Okay, so the way I'm going to test it first, I'm not going to test with the battery. You can do so with the battery, however, remember this battery is around 8 volts. This LED strip is only 5 volts, so you are at risk of blowing it. Short periods of time shouldn't really blow it. It hasn't to me, but they do produce quite a lot of heat at 8 volts, so do be warned, if it does blow, that is why. It's because you're using 8 volts. However, I do have a 5 volt DC adapter here, so I'll show you what I do. So I just obviously just connect it to the mains. Be very careful with these, and first of all check the current with a voltmeter. So where's my voltmeter? Because it has an on and off switch and I don't know if it's on or off at the moment, so let's check it. I'll use the clips this time. Clip. And at the moment it's not reading anything. Maybe it's because it's off. Nope, still off. Maybe it's off at there. There we go. 5.4 volts, so that means we are getting current from this mains adapter, and it's 5 volts. So that's the correct voltage that we want for for testing purposes. Let's make sure I don't lose my components. Okay, so let me remind myself what goes what. So black goes to the bottom, black goes to this pin, and red goes to this pin. So let's just check it. Oh no, major problem. But maybe the problem is because of how many. Hopefully the problem is because of the configuration. Oh shit, what happened? Yeah, something is not looking good at all. Okay. Not panic. Let's see what we've done. So let's just check the wires. Yeah, the ground, green, red, that's correct. Is this working correctly? This? I'm gonna give this another reading. Now, although not all the pins lit up, I believe that might be because I had previously connected this SP board, perhaps, to my phone, and maybe set the LEDs to maybe 5. Maybe that's why it's doing that. But why is it turning off straight away? That's not a good sign. Okay, so instead, maybe it's this. Let's just try. I'm gonna try the battery then. If not, I do have another board, SP board. So as I said, remember this is a bit higher voltage than I'd usually want. So I'm just gonna actually fixate this in place. Am I doing this correct? Yeah, black and then red. Black. Red won't reach it at the moment. So I'm just gonna extend it. One second. Okay, so I've got a crocodile clip here. Just to extend it quickly. And you know what, actually before I plug it in, I'm going to check it with the voltmeter, see what it's doing. And it's giving me 7.76 volts, so that is a bit higher than usual. But it discharges straight away. Why does it do that? Okay, you know what I'm going to do is, I know why, maybe, and you see we are getting connection here. Let's figure this out. Let's try to connect it to our phone, because let's try to connect the app to the phone. So let's see if this actually works and if I can get the reading with my app. But I do need this to be permanently connected actually, so hold on. Okay, so this is a temporary connection here. Now, as I mentioned, this is around 8 volts, this battery, whilst the LED strip is 5 volts. However, this chip board takes around 5 to, I believe, 24 volts, around that. I know it takes quite much more voltage than the strip itself. Anyway, let's see if it comes up in our LED Hue app. So turn the Bluetooth and location on. I know I still haven't done a guide on this app, but LED Hue, and let's see if it comes up. So I know I already have quite a few of the LED. Let's turn the brightness down so you guys can see. So SP110, and I don't know if it's going to connect to something else, but let's see. So I forget the, hold on a second. Okay, so the orientation of the cables is GRB and SK6812. I got a feeling it will be this one, but I'm not sure. Let's try it. What is it toggling? Hold on a second. Okay, so nothing is happening. I'm pretty sure this is connected to the right one, because all my other devices that use the same chip haven't changed. For example, if I change the colors here, oh wait a minute, it's showing unconnected. Or is it because I disconnected this? Hold on, let's try again. Because I'm trying to figure out what's the issue here, if it's this LED or if it's that. So, connection failed. Success. 5 pixels. So that, I know what that is. If it's 5 pixels, I already know that that is assigned to my Spada Demon Sword. So I've got 3 hit devices here showing up. And this shows 600 pixels, which is, I believe, is this GRB SK6812. It should be this, I believe. Saying it's connected, but nothing is changing. And nothing is changing in the other room either, so it must be this. It's either this or the LED strip, and if it's the LED strip, that's going to be quite annoying. So I'm going to have to, just try connecting it to another one. So let's do that quickly. Just disconnect the wires. And let's get the other one. Hopefully it will be this. I'm not gonna remove this just yet, because it could be the LED strip. So for the moment being, I'm just gonna put it on top because I've got no power connected to it. And same as before, get this tweezers. Red goes to voltage. Green goes to data, and black goes to ground. Now hopefully this will work. Disconnect negative, connect it to the top one. And now hopefully it will work. Let's try it. Oh, actually I forgot about this one. So now I'm just going to lift this to make sure it doesn't touch with the bottom wires. Oh no, it is this strip then, isn't it? It's happening to the exact same thing is happening to that. So what went wrong? So something went wrong clearly. Maybe I didn't check these. So something definitely wrong with the strip. Okay, found the problem found the problem, and this is the point that I was making at the very start, how finicky these contact points are. And remember when I was talking about the continuity, check each one. So for example, you see this top one, check it to the middle one. Wait a minute, can you lift that? Mm-hmm. Lift that for me. There you go. So look, top one, touch it to the middle one. Wait a minute, I swear. See what I mean? Sometimes I think it's touching the middle one. This is how sensitive, this is how close they are. And I should have actually tested this before gluing it together, so I should have turned it on. So let's fix that quickly. And how am I going to do that? So this is, so luckily I didn't give this too long for this to dry, so I'm going to put a note in the edit. So where is that connection point being made? Hold on a sec. Can you actually see that alright? Yeah, you can. So you see these 2 points, they're touching somewhere. I think I can see it where. So you look fine from the front, from the back. I think they're slightly touching. So I need to get my soldering iron. And we need to make sure that they're separated. Because at the moment they are touching. Not good. So I'm going to just do the middle one. And remember again, very short amounts of time, otherwise they're gonna detach completely. Should be quite annoying. So okay, I think that feels about alright. I'm just gonna try to connect it to the power quickly. Nope, still detaching. Disconnecting for some reason. And I just need to redo this area again. So how do I do that? So you see what I did? I actually managed to get this area and pry it open like that, because the super glue hasn't set yet. It seems to have set around here, but not this bit, which I'm quite lucky, so I don't have to reprint it. You know what I'm gonna do? I think we're just gonna. No, I don't really want to do that. Bex, can you help me? So this would really help. Actually, hold on a second. Give me a hand. Hold it from the bottom, please. Yeah, so I need 2 hands for this. So I'm gonna just disconnect this area, which is I think what is causing the problem, and just test this by itself first. Huh. So what? This whole thing is being weird. Why is this being weird? Let's try it again quickly. No. Okay. Well, this is only a strip of 5, so I'm just gonna get these off and gonna solder a new one on. Okay. Oh, what was that hot? Where did that heat come from? So yeah, so really start off with testing the LED strip first before you glue this strip together. I'm gonna put a little note in at the beginning of the video. So I'm gonna get 5 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut 5 off. Get the double strip off. So I think I'll put a note in to skip around here before gluing the whole blade together, and I will tell you to, oh actually that was 4, not 5, so I only needed 4 to test the LED strip first. And I'll do that by first of all just wiring this up. So put a bit of tin get the connection done right first. So that's more than enough. And then black goes, let's start with red, which is the voltage. That's a bit awkward actually. Let's do this reversed. This clip is getting in the way. So red goes to voltage. Green goes to data, which is the middle. Maybe that's what the problem was. I remember the data was touching the ground quite a few times until I got it right. Could have been that. And the ground. Now instead of trusting the voltmeter to give you correct readings, do power it on now before you glue it together. See, now it's correct. That's what it's supposed to do. Now we've got correct lights. Now we can connect it to the rest of the sword. And this is going to be a bit of a pain, I think, just to try to fix this. Bex, can I do this? Because I'm trying to salvage this without wasting it. So, what can I use just to hold it open for the time being? Without having the scissors fly out. Okay, let's try it like that. Oh, you can't see, wait a minute. Okay, so I'll try wire it up together like that. Well, I got good access. Thank you. Yeah, just hold it together. What I need to do is, I need to push that. Where is my tweezers? So I need to put the tweezers slightly down so that so it sees flat like that. Actually, before I do that, I need to put a bit of solder on the ends of these pixel contact points. To be honest, it's quite good at troubleshooting as well, so you can see what might go wrong, so you don't actually get these problems yourself. Right, so we've got a bit of solder. Right, I need, maybe with this hand you can push this LED down like that.
Okay.
I'll hold it down for me. So it's just basically touching the desk. Need it straight. Right, don't move it. Hold it.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Let's see if that did it. So now I want to turn it on.
Hey, look at that.
Oh,
no.
here's not lighting. Oh, wait a minute. Hopefully.
Hang on.
Hopefully, maybe that's my settings, but I doubt it. I think.
Change, yeah.
I think
Try
I'll.
your settings.
So we've got connection to most of it, but not the end. Why is that? Hold on, let me just change to the wide angle. So you can see I got connection to up around here. Why is not the rest? I think that's the solder point again. Solder joint. So we go back to the LED Hue app. Is this, which one? Try one of them. 40, is that? I think that's the one in the other room actually, so I won't do that. 600 pixel, is it this one? GRB. Which one is it again? SK6812. That's the wrong one, not RG. That one. Yeah, I think it's after that solder joint again. Oh, disconnected. Oh, the wire disconnected. God's sake. So it is my joint was dodgy again, which is a bit annoying. Well, I'm gonna film what I'm doing because I want to show you what is not fun to go through if you get it wrong and don't test like I should have tested. So you see, this is why I melted them together. This is why it's not coming apart. And it's only been like an hour or so, so this is why the super glue is coming off, and I can actually disassemble it. Like if you leave it longer, then you wouldn't be able to really pry it open. I just don't want to be wasteful, really. This is why I'm doing this like that. Otherwise, I would have to print it out again. Yeah, it's really weird because that joint looked so good. So I assume it's the joint here that I'm having issues with. So let's see. Let's try to connect it here now, which is the red wire here. Is that where the joint is? Oh, yep, I see what happened there. Very simple, actually. So you see where my solder, when I overflowed it. I'm gonna actually try to film this for you. Right, so how do I film this for you? Because you guys need to see this, what could go wrong. So where is my, there we go. So you see these solder joints here. Let me just zoom in. Well, not zoom in digitally so I can see the focus. You see these three joints here. They are fine. But there's a little, I'm not sure if that's a resistor. That resistor is slightly touching that diode, so the contact points are slightly touching. So I'm going to disconnect the battery. Get my soldering iron. Hopefully it's just a matter of this, because I see there's a bit of excess solder here. That's it. That should fix it, I bet you. Watch. Wait a minute, I just made it worse. Oh, because... the fuck? Huh. Did I make the resistor not touch at all now or something? Is it a resistor? Solder points are so annoying. It's not usually that bad. Why is it being so bad now? I know I'm being really messy, by the way, guys. Forgive me. So I need to open this, to be honest, but it's really hard. That super glue area really super glued nicely. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do. So I've got the solder points here, and I'm gonna use the continuity voltmeter again, just to check the continuity. See if the solder points are touching each other. So that, and touch top to middle, nothing. Top to top, nothing. I'm doing middle to middle, bottom to bottom. Okay, that should be, it feels right. But what's going on here? Ah! Fuck me! Oh, I just melted myself. Sorry, guys. Maybe that. Whatever that is it resistor? Diode, whatever. Maybe it's not making contact with the bottom anymore. So let's try this. Let's put a bit of excess. Let's see what happens. The hell happened? Let's try to connect it to the app. Okay, there's this one. Now it feels like it's not passing this area again. But why not? All the connection points look fine. You guys can't see again, can you? So let's try again. So I don't get what the problem is here. I don't want to disconnect this because I don't think I'll be able to put another LED strip down in here because this super glue has gone tight. What is going wrong here? I mean, this looks correct to me. I know I'm running 8 volts, which is more than I should, but I'm sure that's not the issue. That 8 volts isn't enough to blow these up for a short period of time like this. That's so strange. Can I pull this out? Okay, fuck it. Well, it's out now. I'm gonna have to figure this out later. How to put it back in. Okay, so you know what I'll do? I'll just cut this off because I can't bother anymore. So let's just see what happens. Let's see if they all turn on now. Nope, something's wrong. Fuck's sake, man. Okay, so the problem was still there where we previously were actually. So the ground, if we do the continuity test between the ground and the data, they are touching apparently, even though it completely looks like it doesn't. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trim both. You know, I'm just gonna remove this area and I'm gonna trim that. Actually, no, I don't want to be wasteful though. So I'm gonna trim. I think it's maybe the one that was coming from the middle strip to here. Maybe that's what was causing the issue. So let's try that again, because this is doing my head in. Okay. And I thought this was going to be a quick tutorial, but every time I encounter a new problem, well, to be honest, the problem is the same. It's always these finicky joints because this strip is so freaking tiny and slim. Make making a mess again. Too much solder. That looks good. Yep. And do the other side. Actually, oh, can't get to the other side now because that's the ones that I cut. So only one side. So I'm gonna make it a bit thicker then instead. Okay, that's good enough. And now check with continuity. Ground to data. Ground to data is still touching. What is that supposed to do that? Why is it not doing that to others? That is so strange. So wait a minute, this is causing, I didn't cut this one off. So let's cut this one off. Maybe the single one that was causing the issue. Okay, so. Okay, so we cut one from the front and one from the back. So we'll cut 2 pixels out. Let's see if that resolves it. Check continuity again to make sure that the ground and the data aren't touching. Here now it isn't touching, so it should be good. So let's check power. That. And as expected, they all turn on. That's good. And now let's put on a few more wires. So I'm gonna bin the 2 ones that I think are dodgy. So how many are we at now? You know what? I need to peel this off so I could try to salvage this. So I'm gonna do this. I need to spread this apart. I'm gonna do this with a Stanley knife, so I could finish recording this tonight. I don't suggest you do this, by the way. This is quite bit not dangerous. It's just well, this is like quite sharp plastic, so. Yes, it is a bit dangerous, I guess. Maybe I'll be able to insert the strip. Where's my strip gone? Is it on the floor? Yep. Okay, so let's try this again. So. Make sure that the arrows are pointing in the correct direction, by the way, as mentioned before. Get some solder on. Both sides. So this piece is actually from the front, where they stopped glowing. So let's see if we can figure this one out as well, where which bit is causing the problem. So I might have issues with this. Let's find out. Which is actually quite good for a video, so you guys know how to troubleshoot. Okay, so they're all connected now, and now use the continuity. Use the continuity meter to make sure that each contact point isn't touching each other. So on continuity mode, volt to data, not touching, volt to ground, not touching, and then ground to data, not touching that, and then same here, voltage to data, not touching, voltage to ground, not touching, ground to data, not touching. All seems good. Let's try the power. So let's just see if it ends up at the very end. That's all you guys need to see for the close-up, because I'm on a close-up lens at the moment. Still won't show up. So that's where we having the problem before as well. That's where it wasn't lighting up. So let's just trim those off, because I mean, it's not really worth spending too much time on each one, each pixel, I mean, at least. So I'm just going to cut that off, and let's just try to remove that middle one, because it was being weird. And we remember the last one was working, so let's see if the issue was coming from that one specifically. Okay, so we've got one connection point good, but I would rather have it a bit tighter like that. So okay, let's test it again. Get power source touching, and it all shines. So see, we had a problem with one of those pixels. So let's count them again. So how many we've got? 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, 16, 9, 20, 23, 26, 29, 30, 33, 36, 39. So we need one more pixel. Now we see we have a lot of joints now, so it's quite a bit stressful in case you drop it and one of the joints come loose. But if you do a good job soldering them, then it shouldn't be a problem. But so now what we need to think about, so where did the problem initially come from? Was it maybe it was because we were using the 8.3 volt battery? So you could eliminate one of those possibilities by just using, hold on a second, I was going the wrong way. So you could eliminate that possibility by not using that 8.3 volt battery. You need to use that. If you want to use that, you need to use the buck converter first, but we were just testing it first, so for the testing purposes you could have just used that mains DC input like I showed you before, but I wasn't getting a reading at all. So that, I don't think that was what was causing the initial problem. I think the problem was coming from bad soldering. I wouldn't call it bad soldering, it was just almost microscopic soldering, because it's so small. Having problems here soldering as well, actually. Talking about soldering. Why is solder not attaching here? There we go. Get rid of excess solder. Hey, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm saying that I'm a great solderer, but I'm just saying it doesn't look too bad. What I'm saying is that maybe I'm not spotting a very small mistake. The joint looks good to me, that's what I'm trying to say. But it was probably touching another component, which it shouldn't have. Okay, there's a problem here still. So maybe I'll trim down the one before it as well, just in case. God, this whole strip is bad, isn't it? So I guess I can't use that. I mean this whole thing, I'm just bending that. Right, so how many are we at? 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, 16, 19, 20, 23, 26, 29, 30, 33, 36. So I need 4 more.
I'm just gonna borrow the glue quickly.
The easiest way to do this is if you get one whole piece of the strip, so you don't have to do all these tiny joints, which can be really annoying. Looks good. Will it work finally? All of them? Yep, all of them works now. Okay, just let's do one more count. 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, 16, 19, 20, 23, 26, 29, 30, 33, 36, 39, 40. Yep, that's all of them. Now let's try to get it back in and glue it together again, because what a mess. How far can we push it in? Can we push it in all the way? So it is as it was. Struggles. Fucking nightmare. Trust me, you don't want to go through this. Right, so just guys, check the strip that is working. Don't trust voltmeters alone. Like I was sure I was getting good with soldering, but these strips are just way too finicky. But I need to just make sure that the connection still works and that something hasn't gone loose. Yep, all still works. But is that reaching the very farthest? edge, the tip of it. I'm gonna go full screen. Didn't mean full screen, I meant what's it called, wide angle. Okay, yep, that looks good. Let's check connection one more time. Count all of them again. 3. Can you count them for me? How many is there?
Lights.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Yep, all of them are there.
40.
Actually, we can check that the other colors are working as well. So let's do that. So let's connect it. Now you see this has got 600 pixels, so we can actually set it to 40. This is the only way I can actually identify the different connection points. So as you can see, they are all labeled the same, SP110E, SP110E, and there's another one, SP110E somewhere as well. So that's 3 of my devices here at home. So I have Sparta Demon Sword, and I have another Arasaka thermal katana in the other room as well. So there's 3 of them. However, the only difference is the MAC address. So you see the number underneath that, 37.73. I'm not sure if you see that because I'm on a wide lens. Yeah. So you can't really rename them. That's the only annoying thing. Anyway, I'm going to keep it 600 because that's the way I can identify which one's which. Anyway, so go in and just check the other colors. Blue, green, red, all works. Let's go in the preset. My favorite preset is number 1. Yep, all works. So let's get back to gluing. So now we know that it works again. And fix our mistakes. Well, my mistakes, not our. So where's my glue? I'm gonna go with the same glue actually. And I'm gonna desolder this. So yep, that fit correctly. So I'm gonna put the same the super glue in the same areas as it was before. So now it's going to be a bit more tricky actually, the super glue. Well, just at the tip point, because we now have peeled residue where super glue already was, so it's a bit annoying. But hey, it's better than a wasted material and wasted components. And this is running out. I need to leave this upside down for it to drip whilst I use this one. Oh, this one's freaking tight. Alright, super glue, where were we? Same areas. Yeah, I'm surprised I was actually able to peel that apart without breaking it, considering I did melt the back side. I guess I didn't melt it deep enough, so I'm going to melt it a bit further this time. So when I got the super glue in, I'm going to do another test to make sure that we still got functionality. Okay, so we've got super glue. Made a mess, lovely. So I am showing. Ugh, made another issue. I forgot to insert this, but I'll have to insert it anyway. Actually, I've got this glued here, so I can just solder it back onto that one. Anyway, where were we? With the clamps. So let's do the clamps. Same thing as before. You want to check that it fits perfectly. So I mean, to be honest, everything was going fine until I actually just noticed that it wasn't actually working, the LED strip. And to be honest, that's the whole point of the whole sword, that's the LEDs work. So that was a bit annoying. But yeah, as I was mentioning, everything was going fine. Like things were going the way they should be. So other than that, it was all good. But this is a good teaching experience, I guess. Shows you how not to screw up like I did. Maybe if I... No. And again, check that it is clamping and squishing the seam so you can't see the LEDs. Okay, this looks pretty good. We can neaten it up with a bit of just a very quick stroke of sandpaper just on the actual seam. And yeah, I want to melt the seam again together. Before it moves. So let's do it a bit. Actually, should we test one more time? See, I want to like check it after every change now. Yep, all the pixels light up as I was expecting the first time. Yeah, so I'm going to go even deeper this time because I'm not planning to undo this anymore. Okay, that should be good enough. I'm gonna check power once more time. Yep, still good. And check the seam from the outside. It looks good. And you know what? I'm just gonna continue to assembly because I want to finish this, to be honest. So since we've got this already connected, I'm gonna unsolder this one, get rid of the plastic on the soldering iron, actually disconnect that. And now what I forgot, like I said, don't forget this, and then I forgot this, the nozzle. Then again, where were we? Super glue. And just spreading the clamps a bit evenly. And that looks good to me. Back to soldering. Red to voltage. Green to data. Black to ground. Okay, joints look okay. They don't look amazing. I'll take that back. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, look at my joints. Yeah. And let's do another power check. Where's my black wire? Well, I'll just use a crocodile clip just to check quickly. Yep, all lights are on, but why is it red? I don't remember changing it to red. Or I think the app didn't shut actually. The app didn't save my settings for some reason, so let's try again. So we are looking for the 600 pixel version because we didn't change that. 600, there we go. Yep, and then go to 1. Yep, works as should, finally. Oh, that was a bit of a detour, wasn't it?